After Jesus' death, a series of supernatural events unfolded, beginning with an earthquake. According to Matthew's Gospel, the earth shook and rocks split, reflecting the profound impact of Jesus' crucifixion. Additionally, tombs were opened, and many holy people, described as saints, were resurrected and appeared in Jerusalem, signifying God's direct involvement. This act of resurrection, attributed to God, underscores Jesus' triumph over death and foreshadows the broader resurrection that believers anticipate, as outlined by Paul in 1 Corinthians 15. The resurrected saints, likely figures from Israel's history, bore witness to the transformative power of Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. Another extraordinary event at Jesus' death was the tearing of the veil in the temple, which separated the Holy of Holies, the dwelling place of God, from the rest of the temple. By tearing from top to bottom, this act symbolized the removal of barriers between humanity and God, opening a new way to approach God through Jesus. Hebrews 9 describes this veil as a physical and symbolic separation between God and humanity, which Jesus' sacrifice permanently removed. Believers now have access to God, with Jesus as the high priest, who empathizes with human weaknesses and intercedes on their behalf. The veil tearing represents an invitation for believers to confidently approach God, as they now possess full access through Jesus' redemptive work. At midday, darkness covered the land for 3 hours, which both Jewish and Gentile audiences would recognize as a cosmic sign accompanying the death of a great figure. Matthew 27:45 aligns this supernatural darkness with prophecy from Amos, marking it as a sign of mourning and divine judgment. This intense darkness could not have been a natural eclipse due to the full moon and way, but it was understood as God's intervention. Such phenomena emphasize the gravity of Jesus' crucifixion, affecting both the natural world and the people witnessing it. This darkness was a sign of both mourning and judgment, reflecting the profound significance of Jesus' death. The Roman centurion in charge of Jesus' crucifixion was deeply affected by the events, leading him to declare, "Truly, this was the Son of God." As a seasoned soldier responsible for overseeing executions, the centurion would have witnessed countless deaths, but Jesus' crucifixion left a remarkable impression. The centurion's response, despite his rank and experience, highlights the extraordinary nature of Jesus' death. This revelation was not from an impulsive reaction, but a well-considered statement from a veteran soldier who came to realize Jesus' innocence and divine nature through witnessing these extraordinary signs. Throughout his trial and crucifixion, Jesus exhibited dignity and mercy, even as the crowd mocked him and demanded his death. While enduring ridicule from the soldiers, religious leaders, and one of the criminals crucified beside him, Jesus' response was one of compassion, praying for their forgiveness. This prayer, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing," showcases Jesus' profound mercy, prioritizing the forgiveness of others over his suffering. Even as his clothing was gambled for, his focus remained on interceding for his persecutors, illustrating his boundless grace and setting a powerful example of forgiveness. As the soldiers cast lots for Jesus' garments and kept watch over him to prevent any escape attempt, the centurion continued to witness the profound events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion. The signs in nature, the earthquake, the darkness, made a powerful impression on this hardened soldier. He saw, heard, and felt everything that happened during Jesus' final hours, and the experience left him and his soldiers terrified. Despite their training to suppress fear, the soldiers experienced a sense of awe and terror as they witnessed these supernatural occurrences. The cross, with its message of sacrificial love, stirred the centurion's heart, leading him to recognize Jesus' divine nature and proclaim, "Truly, this was the Son of God." This acknowledgement at the foot of the cross, where people from all walks of life are on equal ground, represents a universal call to embrace Christ's sacrifice. The centurion's realization reflects the life-changing power of the cross, capable of moving even the most battle-hardened heart. Tradition, as recorded in historical commentaries, holds that this centurion may have been named Longinus, and that he later became a devoted follower of Jesus, spreading the gospel and ultimately dying as a martyr. Although this is only tradition, it underscores how encountering Christ's truth can deeply affect a person's life. The cross of Jesus has the power to transform individuals profoundly. For the centurion, what began as an ordinary day on duty ended with a newfound understanding that Jesus was the Son of God. Jesus had taken the initiative for humanity's salvation by offering himself as a substitute, enduring separation from the Father to fulfill God's redemptive plan. His death was not merely a tragic event. It was an act of love meant to restore life and the relationship between God and humanity. Through this sacrifice, Jesus won humanity as a precious prize for God, offering each person the opportunity for eternal life. While some may view these events as myths or symbolic theology, the Gospel accounts present them as unique, divinely orchestrated acts in history. These extraordinary testimonies affirm the reality of Jesus' love and the power of his sacrifice. They are an invitation for each individual to respond to Christ's initiative by embracing his gift of salvation. Thank you for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. May you be filled with the peace and grace that comes from knowing his love. May you walk boldly in the light of his sacrifice, embracing the transformative power of his resurrection in your life. God bless you abundantly.